Are we on?
We're on.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's lights out.
Away we go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So Austria
Austria.
has now been locked in for
Right.
2030.
Good. It's every season, good races.
I like Austria.
Yeah, it's a good track. Good
We
track.
put that in our top 5, didn't we? Last week,
We might
not
have
last
when
week.
when we did draft.
when we did the drafts.
I think we might have done, yeah. Or it was like one of the reserve picks.
Yeah.
It's a good pick. It's a good track.
Lots of straights.
Always good racing.
Always good racing.
Yeah. The whole weekend was good
Does favour the Red Bull a little bit
because of the straights.
because of the straights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's their home right.
And
Right.
it's, yeah. So they're always going to be fairly strong there, aren't they?
Yeah.
And what did you say to me yesterday? You said Lewis struggles with Austria.
Lewis sucks at Austria.
Yeah, it's weird that.
Yeah. Always track limits. Like, I'm pretty sure last year track limits.
Oh, let's talk about track limits.
Track limits. Well, you were a little confused because the end of the race, the whole thing changed. the whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was been at work today, so I haven't really looked deeply into it. So if you would like to explain it, please
Okay.
do.
So you have your track
Yes, I do. Yes.
and you have the limit of the track.
Yes. Oh, the white lines.
Yes.
I see.
And they have the FIA have sensors every time someone goes all four wheels off the track.
I see.
They so they were trying to monitor it during the race.
Yeah.
But it's really sensitive at Austria. It's always really sensitive at Austria.
Which is, I think, a good thing.
Sort of, but it was too much this time.
What'd you say?
With so many penalties and stuff.
There were so many.
Yeah. And it's a sort of track which, like, the nature of the track means that you can go over it so easily.
Mm.
So,
Especially on the final corner. It kept
yeah.
happening.
Yeah. Final
Okay.
corner, turn 10, turn 1.
Turn 1. It's happening a lot.
Yeah. So people got, like, you get, like, 3 warnings. You get a black and white flag. You get a penalty. Hamilton, Ocon, other people got penalties. Gasly got black and white flag, etc.
Mm.
And then...
Lando was kind of the first one who was really pointing it out at the start of the race with Lewis.
Yeah, it was quite like... It's just a bit annoyed me. It's like tattletale vibes.
Yeah.
But then Lewis
But I would do it.
tattletaled back.
Yeah.
And then everyone
Yeah.
else started telling on each other.
Yeah. Everyone was like, nah, I'm having it. If I'm getting it, they're getting it.
Yeah, so I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But yeah. So race ended. People got their penalties, did whatever they want.
Mhm.
And then Aston Martin put an appeal in because they were like, there was less penalties than there should have been. And the FIA had like 1,200 separate incidents to go through.
Word.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So they had to then spend like the next 7 hours of the day checking all of them. And they found out that like Sainz had gone over too many times. Ocon got like a 30-second penalty. Hamilton got another penalty, you know. But not all the drivers got penalties. I don't know how
Who were the good drivers?
Alonso,
Alonso.
Verstappen.
Gangster. Yeah, but Verstappen doesn't need.
Yeah, you don't need to
He
be
doesn't
pushing.
need
Yeah.
to be pushing
It's
it.
more impressive that Alonso
Yeah.
didn't. Perez, I'm sure, went over. I don't know how... we saw Perez go over the track quite a few times.
Yeah.
So I
Did
don't
he
know
not get
how
any
Perez
more?
got... Yeah, he didn't get any. I
Interesting.
don't know how he got away with that.
Well, he just must not. Maybe
He must
we
just-
must
yeah.
have just been wrong.
Yeah, he must have literally just been wrong.
If they've been
Yeah.
that tight with it,
Yeah.
we just must not have seen.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that it was too... You shouldn't be having that many.
No,
No.
really, I don't know.
There's never that many in a normal race.
No, I mean that's.
It's
But,
too
but
sensitive.
I don't know. I think it's good that it's strict and it's the same for everyone. And
Yeah.
if you go over the line, you go over the line. I feel like that's the rule. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's the reason why the line is there.
Yeah, but then at other tracks, you can go over the line and it's completely fine. And it's like, because they sort of try and do it. So, like, it's the nature of the track. So, like, in, like, the Bahrain corner or, like, which is the first, second, third, fourth corner in Bahrain. And then, like, you have other tracks where you can just, like, in Portimao and stuff like that, you can just go over the line.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really matter. Because they're just, like, to have the natural flow of the track is to go a bit offline. I feel like Austria is another track like that where going offline is just a bit of the natural flow of it. So over the line. So I don't know. I think it's a bit too. I think they should change the limits of it.
So where would you put? Like, how would you
Just widen a few bits. Not widen the track, but just be like, you can go off here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there was a thing where if you messed up in the first corner or in the third, like the hairpin at the top. So if you mess up, lock up, go completely off, and have to rejoin the track, even though you lost time, counts as track limit.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. I don't like that bit. If you've lost time, you've lost time. You've messed it up. Fair enough. You've gone off the track. If you gain time, then you've gained an advantage. Therefore, no. But
that's what I think.
Okay, I agree with that one.
That's why I think they need to change it.
Fair enough. That's a good argument. Yeah. That's a very good argument. No, fair enough.
Poor Sainz. Because another issue with doing these post races, Sainz never got a black and white flag. So Sainz didn't think he was doing anything wrong.
True. They have to do it during the race so that the team can speak to them.
Yeah,
and like tell them
and give, because otherwise Sainz just drove his race. He was like, "Well, I've not been told I'm doing too much."
Yeah,
so he's just going to continue, and then he gets a penalty, which is unfair. It's really unfair.
You're making very good points today.
Thank you.
Very, very good points.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks. I didn't say thanks, but thanks anyway.
But yeah,
poor Sainz, and obviously you got screwed at the start. With the safety car.
Yeah, they pitted him and he just lost a load of positions.
Yeah, he ended up P6, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't the best from Ferrari.
Well, that is right, isn't it?
Yeah, he ended at P6, fought back to third?
Yeah, P3, and then Perez
beat him.
Yeah.
So he came fourth.
Yeah.
And then dropped back down to sixth.
Yeah. Hold on, there was a moment where Perez and Sainz were in 5 seconds of each other, and Perez was close to getting a 5-second penalty, wasn't he? Or did he manage to get out of that 5-second window?
He got out of the window anyway, I think. Yeah. But
fought it well though.
Yeah.
It was a great fight in there.
Yeah.
Really entertaining.
Yeah. It was a great fight.
It was a great fight for a good, 3 or 4 laps.
What did Carlos Sainz say on the radio? He was like, "He's intimidating me."
Yeah.
It was so weird.
I was like, what?
The radio this Grand Prix was so funny. It was like Lando telling on Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hamilton telling on everyone. Sainz being like, "He's intimidating me."
Yeah, it was good.
Actually. Yeah, a lot of chatter.
Well, yeah. I mean, the penalties. I mean, they're just going to be constantly just on the radio. Careful. There's going to be penalties.
Yeah.
You're going off here.
Yeah.
It's constant radio chat.
Toto Wolff just being like, just drive the car.
Yeah.
Like,
he was actually sounded a bit annoyed.
You get the car's bad, drive the car.
Yeah. Lewis, come on, just drive.
Yeah.
He was really unhappy with the car, wasn't he?
It's a bit unfair on the engineers.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Lewis apologised in he made an Instagram post after being like, really sorry, shouldn't have acted like that.
Very media trained.
Yeah.
He was definitely just annoyed.
Yeah.
That his car was crap.
Yeah.
Which I do understand in a way, because how could you compete with, the Red Bulls and stuff, and even the Ferraris.
Yeah. Big upgrades coming to Silverstone. 2nd big batch of upgrades.
Look forward to that.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yeah, British Grand Prix, home Grand Prix. Is it this weekend? I think so. Because my work colleague is going to the Grand Prix.
Then yes.
So I think so. It's this weekend.
Oh, fantastic. I'm really... Oh, you got me in the mood.
Yeah.
You're going to be good. Really buzzing.
It's going to be really good.
That's so cool. I need it to be Sunday now.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so big upgrades. I can't wait to see what those...
Can't wait to see
look so different. Speaking of upgrades, McLaren.
Yes.
Really well done.
Well done, Lando Norris.
Well done, Lando Norris. Poor Piastri. Hopefully
he had a shocker.
Yeah, but hopefully he'll get the upgrade soon.
Was he... I'm not 100% certain, but from what the commentator was saying, I don't think he had the upgrades on the car.
He can't have done. There's no way you ended up P.
He was all the way...
He was like P19 at the back most of the race.
Yeah.
I think he still ended up P18.
I think so, something like that. Like, he was so off the pace.
Terribly.
And he's not been that far off Lando all season, so it has to be, surely.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lando flying.
Yeah, great. P4 in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Very well deserved. He got driver of the day.
He did.
I thought Sainz should have got it.
Who was in the running? It was him, Perez, and... Sainz. It was Sainz, Perez, and Lando.
I think all 3 of them could have got it. They all had good races.
Great races. Yeah. Perez all the way up the field.
You sort of expect that, though.
Yeah, true.
Like,
we predicted
sort
that.
of like, if Max was back there, he probably would have passed Perez and won.
Yeah. We did predict that, didn't we?
Yeah. Our prediction wasn't that bad, without seeing like qualifying and stuff.
So it's just Hamilton and Leclerc that we got mixed.
Yeah.
The wrong way round.
I didn't expect Ferraris to be so strong, but I always forget they're strong at Austria every season because of a good engine.
Good engines.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, but overall, entertaining.
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
Entertaining race.
Better than it's been so far this season.
It was the best race this season. Australia was a good race.
I liked Australia. So much happened in Australia.
Yeah. Probably the best overall weekend because the sprint was also really good.
Yeah.
So it was a good.
Yeah. So those are kind of the main 3 highlights of this season so far. Is the Monaco when it got wet, when it rained, Austria and
as a
Australia.
weekend, and Australia.
Those are the main kind of highlights so far for this year, and we still got a long way to go.
Yeah, it's
Not
enough,
within the championship.
I mean, Max still what?
There's lots of races here.
He was like 20 something seconds ahead. Pits for softs when it was quite risky.
He was 20. He was just under 24 seconds,
Yeah.
and it was a 22 roughly second pit stop.
Yeah.
Ballsy, but I mean, paid off.
Paid off. Got the extra point. Doesn't need the extra point.
He doesn't need it. What was the? Oh, who was the? It was the commentator, whoever the pundit was. When, what did they say? Like, that's a vital 1 point.
Yeah.
They're like,
The commentator kept making stuff up. Like
Yeah.
you have the detection point just before the hairpin corner
of
for
course,
the next straight.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh yeah, Verstappen brakes early to he braked and didn't overtake Leclerc down
Into
that
the detection
corner.
Yeah.
Then he'd have DRS down the next straight.
That's
And
brilliant.
it was like you watch the onboard and he just brakes as hard as he can. Leclerc just brakes later, and he's like a bit shocked that Leclerc's not past him.
It's so good.
And then it was like they just kept making up stuff. And it was like when Toto Wolff was like telling Lewis to just grow up, and it was something about they were like, oh, they're expecting other people to get penalties. So they're really trying to rile the boy up. And I was like, no, he's just telling Lewis to grow up.
Yeah, grow up and drive the car.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
and then
this is so funny.
Oh,
I understand it though, because I'm a bit like, look, they're trying to make it dramatic. They're trying to make it sound as if, I don't know. They're trying to add more to the whole
more to the story.
The story, which is great, and I don't mind that at all. But sometimes they do just say stupid things.
Yeah. There was a bit of drama with Perez and Max on the sprint Grand Prix.
Yes, of course.
Pushing each other off, both of them.
Yeah.
I was like, Netflix are going to love that.
Netflix are going to be absolutely laughing.
Yeah, the part they'll leave out is the fact that Max then pulled 20 seconds and barely.
They'll say it was really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really close, and Max Verstappen won the championship in 10 races early.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Do you think this is going to be the earliest championship victory?
Well, I don't know how early the other ones have been. I know obviously
2013 was one very early. 2011 was one very early.
Do you know what exactly the race? Oh,
no,
then again, it's different races.
I'll have to look it up.
Google.
We're going to Google that.
We're going to Google it, and we're going to do a Google episode.
Yeah. I think Max might break the record for the earliest championship win.
Do you reckon?
Because it's not even because it's not like seasons where it was Mercedes 1-2 all the time.
Yeah.
It's like Perez is falling off the cliff.
Perez is done.
He's just not coming second.
He's just not here.
So it's like everyone else is getting different seconds. Like Leclerc got it this time, Alonso, Hamilton, everyone's fighting each other.
Yeah.
And he's just running away with first every time.
Yeah. It is so dominant.
Yeah.
Have you seen the leaderboard of race wins, maximum most?
Yeah, he's gone up another one now.
He's gone up another one. However, he's still not in the top 5.
No, but he will be by the end of the season.
Probably.
Yeah, I think he can get all the way up to 3rd.
Where's Senna? He was 70 odd.
No,
Schumacher's 98.
No, Senna was who we just passed. Senna was 42.
Oh, was he 42?
Yeah.
I thought he was lower more. He was the one who was 70.
No, so Prost was 51, Vettel 53, Schumacher 93, 91, Hamilton 100 and something.
101.
No, 3.
Oh, I need to Google it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it all is.
It's 103 for Hamilton or something. And then
103. That's mental.
Yeah. But I mean,
103.
Yeah.
Imagine winning 103 Formula One races.
Yeah.
Would you rather over 100 Formula One races?
Formula Win.
Wait, what?
Would you rather 100 Formula Win races?
Formula One win?
Yeah.
Wins. Sorry.
Yeah.
Must be a bit tired. Over 100 Formula One wins. Or one championship.
So am I taking the 100 wins with no championship?
Yes. Because we did this, didn't we, with 30, but 100. Thing is, it's a bit of a silly question because if you've had 100 wins in your career,
you'd have to have
definitely
the longest career and just the unluckiest career ever.
Yeah, you would, yeah.
So I would probably say the one more championship because you would have to have a horrifically unlucky career.
Yeah, you'd be really down all the time.
Yeah, because you'd be 100.
All I'm doing is winning races and I'm not winning the championship.
Can't win the championship. You'd have to bottle it so many times.
Yeah, I agree.
And then your whole legacy would be bottling world championships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, actually. I do agree.
So I would take the One World Championship.
I agree. See, it's funny how that, isn't it? Because when you said 30 races or one world championship, no one win, I said the 30 races. I still stick by that. But 100 wins,
Yeah.
or what? It's funny, isn't it? I'd take the championship over 100 wins.
It's too much.
It's too much disappointment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that. Good question.
I want to talk about the cost cap because Williams have come out and said that the cost cap is stopping them catching back up.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all.
So, for people who don't know, Williams are one of the worst teams on the grid, but it's because
they are the worst team on the grid.
To be fair,
they are.
I think AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo, it's quite close now.
Haven't Williams been ninth for like 3 seasons in a row?
Yeah, but this season, like Albon got 7th and stuff. Like,
yeah, but Sargent is so bad. Is he worse than Mazepin?
No.
Okay, I don't know. They're so bad.
He's not as slow. Mazepin was slow and aggressive.
Yeah, he was.
Because if you think about how slow Mick Schumacher is, and Mazepin was so much slower than that.
Yeah, Mick Schumacher wasn't crazy slow. He was slow, but
Magnussen beat him in like first season after taking a few years out.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, what were you saying? Cost cap. Williams.
Cost cap. Yeah. So Williams have had no money for years, which is why they ended up being really bad. And then they finally have investment. But like it's simple stuff. So like James Vowles from Mercedes has come over to Williams, and he said they didn't even have a system which would track the progress of parts being made.
Oh my word!
They would just email each other and try and figure it out. And then, so there's a season where Williams didn't make it to the first preseason testing because the car wasn't ready. Because you have like 1,200 parts, and they were emailing each other to try and figure out where each part was.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize that was the sort of level.
It's because you get into like a cycle of poverty where it's like they can't spend £10 million. I think it's like £10 million for a good system. They can't spend that much because they don't have the upfront money to spend it. But it's going to cost them so much more in the future. But they literally didn't have the money to spend it in one go. So now they do, but now you have a budget cap. So they have so much stuff they need to fix. And they have this massive budget cap where they can't like overspend. So while everyone else has really good systems and can just spend on the car, they're spending all their money on the systems and no money on the car.
Oh, it's really sad. And I love Williams. Williams are such a historical team.
Yeah.
And it's really sad.
It's sad.
And so what was your, we've already spoken about this, but your idea was having...
Well, I said this in a different podcast, it's like we have Red Bull, who are first, get like the lowest budget cap.
Yeah.
And the team who are last has the most amount of money to spend.
Yeah. So you're evening out. You're trying to kind of squash it all to an average, aren't you? Is that right?
No, so it's like staggered. So like
it's staggered, but as in once each team has spent all of its money.
Oh yeah, then it will
it
squishes in. Yeah,
is that I'm trying to find the right English to.
Yeah, you're right. It all converge together.
It should hopefully all average out
yeah.
because each team, the higher teams, even though they've got slightly less money, so they won't improve as much, and then the ones that have got more money will improve more. So it all starts to
and
more consistent.
With the fact you have like the aerodynamic testing as well, which is also done like that, where the Red Bull have the least amount of time, Williams have the most.
Yeah.
Doing that, and then with the budget cap as well, it should all just bring it all together. But I don't know. Yeah, at the moment they got like a flat fee, and they just like Williams just can't spend enough money.
Why didn't Ryan Reynolds go in for Williams? Give him 200 million.
Yeah. They don't need the money now because Williams have investors.
True.
Now.
Oh yeah, it's just the cost cap in it.
Also, why would you invest in Logan Sargent?
True. Nobody wants that. Interesting thing. I thought we'd have a chat about. Lewis said the other day. He said we should not let teams work on the next car until a certain time. And I thought that was a little bit hypocritical. Is that just?
It is very hypocritical.
Why did he say that?
To be fair, he acknowledged he was being hypocritical, but he was like, what he's basically said is, you had Red Bull's dominance, you then had Mercedes on dominance, you've had Red Bull's dominance again. Before that, it was Red Bull and Ferrari. Before that, it was Ferrari dominance. Like, there's always cycles of just one dominant team.
Yeah.
And because, like, Red Bull aren't going to bring upgrades to this car. what's the point? They just
No.
all of it's going to go into next year's car.
Yeah.
So next year they're going to be even further ahead.
But then that's what Mercedes have done for years.
Yeah, but his point is like, it's getting to the point where like F1 always says they don't want dominant teams,
Yeah.
but they need to actually take steps to stop that, and not just like. And this is one way that might potentially help.
Okay.
Yeah, but he also acknowledged he's being extremely hypocritical.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, very.
But did he actually say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, Max is now enjoying dominance, like I got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if F1 want this dominance to stop, they're going to have to do this.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
He wasn't like...
He wasn't like, do it.
Yeah, he wasn't like, do it. He wasn't just like, you need to do it.
Okay. Maybe I took it a little bit out.
No, it was...
out of context a bit.
It's easy to take out, because if you cut it up, then it looks out of context. Or I saw some pictures with it, and I was like, that's really out of context.
Or I've been mugged off.
You have.
I have.
You have.
I've been... What's the word? The media have... They've done the right thing. They've twisted my mind. They've twisted it.
They've twisted your
That's what they do,
Yeah.
the media.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. 2023 Formula 1 game came out.
Yes. It's good fun.
I enjoyed it.
It's good fun game. Better than last year's game.
I agree, and I don't know much about the games.
Yeah.
I've not played them, but I can feel the difference.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah. It's a good game. Good fun. Play it if you want to play it.
Play it if you want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to.
If you want to.
We're not forcing you.
Yeah.
But if you want to,
Play it.
give it a go.
Yeah.
But it's lucky that JJ has quite a nice steering wheel.
Yeah.
We sit right in front of the TV. It's really nice.
It is good fun. Yeah.
So we're not all as lucky as JJ.
Yeah.
But he works hard, so fair play to him.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anything else of note?
To be honest, I think we can end it there.
Yeah.
That's short and sweet, but good Grand Prix. Awesome Australia, I think we'll call it.
Awesome Australia.
Awesome Austria.
Awesome Australia. Yep. Awesome Austria.
Awesome Austria.
I think we're a bit tired today, guys.
Yeah,
Really
we're a little tired today. But yeah, short episodes, not too much to talk about. British Grand Prix next weekend, big upgrades, exciting times.
There'll be loads to talk about, I'm sure.
Exciting times. Can't wait.
Cool. Well, yeah, we hope you enjoyed, and thanks very much for listening.
It's lights out.
Take care.
Peace.